What? Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv, and today I want to continue my video series on Project Get Off Google. Today I'm going to be talking about the web browser, and I told you this would be a funny video. A lot of you probably need to be issued jump to conclusion mats, because a lot of you are like, Bwana, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Why in the world are you trying IE? Why are you trying Internet Explorer? Bwana. Relax. Just take a load off. Relax. This was more of a exercise for me to catch up on Internet Explorer. I wanted to give it its fair share of usage, and I've used it for a couple days, and I want to tell you my findings as to how I've moved off of Google Chrome to Internet Explorer and what my future plans are. So I also want to make a clarification, just to reiterate some certain points, because I think some people miss the whole gist of what I'm doing. As I stated in the previous video, I don't like being tied to one company for everything. And my reasons for doing Project Get Off Google is to try to find best alternatives to a lot of Google services, because I don't like to use everything on Google. And I mentioned my my frustrations in the past about getting off Google because of their latest search engine practices. And as I explained in my DuckDuckGo video, I moved off of Google search because of the way they're intertwining their email and all of the Google Plus features into Google search. And to me, it's kind of ruining the search. So it's not necessarily a privacy concern with me doing this. Right now, it's more of a quality of service concern. The Google search results are worse than they've been in years. And it used to be a really good search engine because it had really good heuristics. It still does, but they're trying to tie too much social into it. That's my big rationale behind looking for alternatives for Google services. And this particular video, I have tried Internet Explorer. You guys need to listen. I have tried Internet Explorer many times in the past. I've used it for many various jobs, and I know it gets a bad rap, and for good reason. So when I went into this, I wasn't expecting to switch to Internet Explorer, even though you guys thought I was. Yeah, you guys thought I was switching to Internet Explorer. I didn't go into this with the expectation that I was going to switch. It was more of a, let me see how far Internet Explorer has come since the last time I really used it. Because I've used it, but very light. I haven't tried to replace my existing browser. So as I've been using it, some things that I've been finding, and this is where the video actually begins, so you can mark this. The main things that I like is that, okay, they're incorporating some extensions into the browser, which is not as robust as Chrome and Firefox and Opera and other browsers, but it is a start. So that's a good thing. Tab browsing has got some improvements. And there's also some great search options, like I can replace my URL search with DuckDuckGo. I can replace my default search with DuckDuckGo. And just all of that stuff is good. It is fast. It's got some really good speed to it. It's not slow like previous versions of IE was. And I think that's where the good stuff ends. The biggest issue I have with it right now is the font rendering. Look at this. This is the default font size and rendering. You guys remember ClearType from Windows 7? That's gone. In Windows 8, that's gone. And in Windows, this might be a gripe more for Windows 8 than it is for IE, but the text rendering is horrific. And I'm not the only one who has noticed this. And they're like, oh, you need to go in and change your settings to blah, blah, blah. I've tried all that stuff. And here's a YouTube video that I did. The text rendering is horrible. So if you're going to use a browser, here's Twitch. If you're going to use a browser, especially when I'm using Feedly to look at stories and stuff like this, look at this. The text rendering is just horrendous. It's fuzzy. It's like, I don't know. It's like we went back in time and said, let's make the worst text rendering on the planet. And to me, that was a showstopper. I said, all right, I can deal with a lot of other stuff. I mean, I got LastPass on here. I got some other plugins. I can deal without user scripts. I can deal, but this text rendering is a showstopper. I can't use this. This is where it ends. This is where it stops. And IE was doing okay until I got to that point. I mean, there's some rendering bugs because I'm in IE 11 right now. There's some rendering bugs on some sites, and some sites just don't work with IE. That's another problem. But this right here, this text rendering stuff, nah, man, that's it. GG. I can't use that. And it wasn't the case. It's still not the case. I use IE on my work machine. I'm not gonna tell you which version, but I use IE on my work machine, and I don't have that problem. This is a Windows 8 specific problem. I'm quite sure of it. So since I'm using Windows 8 with IE, no kind of clear type, no type of font rendering smoothing going on, it is ridiculously hard to use and read text in a browser. So that's a showstopper. So Project Get Off Google, let me actually show you. Let's go to the mind has went blank. SkyDrive. Wow, I couldn't remember that. Let's go to SkyDrive. I'll show you guys my latest spreadsheet here so you can see. There it is. You can see my latest iteration of what's going on. I have added the new chart, or I added a new column for what videos I'm doing, and I said the DuckDuckGo search is kind of done. The Outlook.com Gmail is done. I'm working on the browser one now, which is this one, and you can see the ones that I'm going to do, the ones that I maybe do, and ones I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do the Google Reader to Feedly one, definitely not. I don't think that's warranted. But most of the other ones, I'm probably going to do that. Especially the ones I'm thinking about the Google Voice, because I know some of you may be interested into why I'm not going to switch off of Google Voice. So I might do that, but we'll see. But as you can see in this chart, I think a lot of you expressed concerns. I want to address this as well, that I'm moving from Google to Microsoft, and that's really not the case. I'm moving suites. There's a difference between moving completely from one company to the other than moving suites. I'm moving my productivity suite from Google to Outlook.com, which consists of email, Cloud Docs, calendar, and tasks. And like we said today, Internet Explorer 10, we're probably not going to do that. Nope. Not going to do the Internet Explorer 10. So don't be concerned, guys. I'm not moving from Google to Microsoft. Like I said in the videos, I'm not comfortable with using one company for everything. I'm just not comfortable with doing that. These other services, phone booth, Spotify, Pandora, Twitter, Google Plus, I don't know if I can find an equivalent to Google Plus. I might just stick with Twitter and go with that. YouTube's definitely probably not gonna happen. I should change that to definitely not gonna happen. We're not leaving the YouTube anytime soon. And maps and all that good stuff. So this is where I'm at. I added a couple of new things. I added AdSense, which probably not going to move off of AdSense. I could go strictly with affiliate programs, which I do have some affiliate programs for my channel and stuff. But you know, I don't make a ton of money from AdSense, but I don't really see a good reason of moving off of it. So probably not going to move off of that. All right, guys, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. My conclusion, Internet Explorer is pretty much still bad, mainly in the realm of font rendering, and I don't understand why they would do that. The browser was actually doing pretty decent until I got to that, and I would definitely encourage you all to give it a try. I mean, it has improved since probably the last time you used it. That was kind of my rationale behind trying it. But the font rendering, man, it's pretty bad in a lot of places. All right, guys, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. I apologize for the low lighting, but my AC is broken again. We're trying to get that fixed finally. This will be the last time that happens. Take care, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.